I want to try something new, something different, but not entirely different. I want to take my vlog in the way I originally intended to take it when I started vlogging. And it's not an entirely new direction. I tried it with my Fun to Philosophize video, and I tried it with my Streetcar Named Desire video. See, I've been vlogging now for just over 2 months, and it's been great fun. But I've mostly been trying to vlog my day-to-day life. The problem is, that's not actually so eventful. And my original idea was to use vlogging as a way to share my perspective on life. Not just my life, but life in general. And that perspective is the no spoon, multidimensionality, virtual reality, consciousness is fundamental, life is just a dream perspective. So I'm going to try a new approach, at least for a while. I see it as an evolution of my vlog and my vlogging. And I don't know yet where it's going to lead me. I'm just sort of following signs from the universe. Coincidences, synchronicities, deja vus, dream messages. In my world, in my universe, my there is no spoon perspective, these phenomena are real communications from a higher consciousness. And when I'm not too distracted, I can use these signs, interpret them, and let them guide me to where I really need to go in my life. In the last few days, these signs have been all over the place, sort of telling me the same thing. And it's not just a coincidence that I interpret them all as the one and the same message. Let me explain what I mean. So I've been puzzling over the direction of my vlog for actually a few weeks, maybe even longer, while I've been continuing to develop my technique. And what I see is all the vlogs I've been doing up to now has actually been just playing with the idea of vlogging. But there's always that niggling feeling that I needed to define the direction more clearly. And then 3 days ago, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning from a thought in my head, and that thought was one word. It said shorts, meaning short videos, 2, 3, 4 minutes long instead of 15 or 30 minutes long. Just concentrating on one aspect of my perception and perspective of reality. A little bit in the style of my Streetcar Named Desire film, but not so complicated, not so intense, not so technically challenging. And this freed me up for a little while. I thought, this is great, I know exactly what I want to do now. And I felt a change coming over me. And then the next morning there was a thick mist hanging over the canals, which is normal this time of year. But for me that was a sort of reflection of the unclarity that had been playing around in my head. And as my ideas developed over how I should make these shorts, the sun broke through the mist and it was a beautiful day. Another sign. That same evening I was called by a friend of mine and she'd gone through a pretty intense experience and wanted to transform her life, and asked me if I would help her to start clearing her house of all the baggage she's been carrying all these years. The next morning, another friend of mine turned up to collect stuff from my cellar that he'd been storing there for more than 2 years now. Another example of, or sign, of clearing out the old, making way for something new. And yesterday morning, on my way to my first client, cycling through the Vondel Park, and I noticed and sensed for the first time that autumn had arrived. As if all the trees had changed colour overnight. Autumn, seasonal transition, again to something new. And at the house where I was cleaning, I noticed a pack of tarot cards on the table. So I split them, just for fun, in the middle. And the middle card I picked up said Revelation. All seems clear to me. Now some people would, maybe even most people, would discard all this as superstition, frivolous, unimportant, finding patterns in things that are just daily events. But that isn't a problem for me. Life, from my perspective, is a game we're playing as higher conscious entities. And all these little signs, these coincidences, these synchronicities, these patterns are all clues. Clues to remind you and clarify what is really going on in your deepest self, reminding you what's right for you or what's wrong, pointing the way that you always felt you needed to go.